Aion reveals Upheavals launch dates, Infinite Crisis is shutting down. All that and more, I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First off in the news this week, Nexon's free-to-play first-person shooter Dirty Bomb started up its open beta. This open beta will launch with 12 unique mercs for players to control, 5 maps for objective-based gameplay, and more of both of those, which will be added shortly after the open beta begins. Along with open beta launching, Dirty Bomb devs patched in some hotfixes, balancing tweaks, and more. But personally, I haven't really tried out Dirty Bomb yet, so I don't really have an opinion on the game, mainly to me liking more realistic shooters, but from what I've seen, it does look decently entertaining, and now that it's an open beta for everyone, and it's free, you can go ahead and check it out. Those of you anticipating My.com's free-to-play MMORPG Skyforge got a cool announcement this week. It appears as though they have decided to expand their class lineup by bringing forth a gravity-defying kinetic. Utilizing gravity warping skills, the kinetic takes burst damage to a whole new level, while also being able to support group members and provide a bit of crowd control. This means that the kinetic is a multi-purpose class that is very dynamic and useful within a group play environment. Luckily, there's a lot of group content within Skyforge. And for instance, kinetics can suspend enemies up in the air, and while in the air, these enemies take damage. Run up against an enemy that can't be lifted up in the air? Not a problem. That same ability will instead cause the monster to do less damage to you and your entire party. This class overall seems like it will be fun to play, and I'll be for sure playing Skyforge at launch, so I might as well check out the kinetic while I'm in-game, and I'm going to tinker around with it, see how I like it, and if it doesn't end up tickling my fancy, I'll just make it my side class, I guess. It doesn't have to be my main. The very popular free-to-play MOBA inspired by DC Comics and developed by Turbine called Infinite Crisis. Wait a second, it's the exact opposite of that, isn't it? Still free-to-play, still a MOBA, but apparently not very popular at all. In fact, it appears the DC Comics MOBA will be shutting down on August 14th, launching only just over 2 months ago. Ouch. I know I poked some fun at Infinite Crisis, but as a DC Comics fan, I could still look at the fact you can't copy established MOBAs and expect a large player base just because you put a different skin on it. That's not really new, it just has a different skin. Plus, as we talked about on the show a few months back, a Turbine leaker stated that Infinite Crisis cost a lot of money and tanked pretty badly, only peaking at 1,000 concurrent users. Will you be checking out Infinite Crisis before the servers shut down forever? Leave me a comment down below. Those of you anticipating Daybreak game companies, Everquest Next, may need to throttle your hype train down a bit so it doesn't run out of fuel. This week, Everquest Next senior producer Terry Michaels stated the following: "While we know what we want to do, we know it will take an unknown amount of iteration, tweaking, and sometimes drastic direction changes to get these endgame and working the way they need to, and because of this, we simply cannot commit to any dates, because until we get much closer, even our best estimates are educated, but still fairly wild guesses." Later in this producer letter, he stated that Everquest Next will not be releasing in any form this year. To me, this is a bit of a bummer, and I feel as though Daybreak announced this title a tad too soon, made us start our hype train up a little bit too soon, then told us we better have lots of fuel because it's going to be a long journey. That might just be me though, which leads us to our question of the week. Last week on the show, I polled you guys to see how many of you will be checking out WildStar now that it will be going free to play. Surprisingly, a good amount of you stated that you will, while the remaining said that you already have via the 7-day trial or it didn't fit your playstyle. That being said, a user by the name of the Mike5125 stated the following: "I play WildStar and actually own the physical copy, but was too broke to keep the subscription past a month. With it going free to play, I will probably play it until Blade and Soul comes out." Thanks for your response, Mike, and if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's episode, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, when it comes to a game announcement, do you guys think a developer can announce a new title too early and burn out those hype for it, or do you think it doesn't matter at all? Make sure to leave your responses down below, because personally my hype's already died down quite a lot for Everquest Next. I mean, I'll still play it when it comes out, but I feel as though it's years away due to not much coming out from it. But who knows, I could be wrong and it will be for sure coming out in 2016. I hope they prove me wrong. As MMO folks, we love more content, and those of you playing NCSoft's free-to-play MMORPG Aion will be getting just that very soon. We discussed the announcement of Aion's latest expansion, Upheaval, a few weeks back, but now we have a release date for you. Launching on June 17th, Upheaval will feature 2 new zones, 2 new raid instances, an overhaul to existing skills, a revamped stigma system, an improved skill interface, new armor sets, new weapons, and the ability to claim bases and areas of land for your legion with the all-new territory battle system. That sounds like a good bit of content on the way for you Elmos and Furbacks out there. You know who you are, embrace it. You know what else you should embrace? Giveaways. That is right. Always make sure to check out the giveaways page on MMOBomb.com to ensure you never miss one. But that does it for the news this week. Signing off until next week's Free to Play Weekly. My name is Zach Sharps, and I will catch you guys next time.